So we launched the Talisman pieces earlier this year, thankfully. What great timing. Serpents, symbols of rebirth, hands, symbols of connection, letters, initials, moments of calling out our love for each other and our connection to each other, our family, our friends, our children, our parents. I'm really glad the timing on that was perfect. One of the things that we wanted to talk about a little bit further is like where it came from and like why I was inspired to add these pieces. So I thought I'd start by sharing one of my many talisman necklaces, talking a little bit about all the jangly little bits that are in here. So this piece is kind of the jumping off point for the talismans that we offered in the collection. These things I've been adding and bringing together over time, but as you can see, it's a colorful little jumbly bunch. I'll take some pictures so that you can see a little bit of them up close, but just to walk you through some of my favorite bits. This is a Ganesha carved from coral. These little adorable owls were procured on my trip to Burma. There's two of them. Everywhere we went in Myanmar, there were two owls facing the door, or two owls sitting on a shelf side by side, and apparently they look out for you and they bring luck. And so I couldn't leave that country without bringing some of that with me. I've got my little suffragette heart for the women who fought for the right to vote, among many other rights that women never had previous to that. We got a pearl because pearls are awesome. We got a milagro of a hand to protect my hands because that's how I make my living. Got a little eternity band, an evil eye with a little blue iolite gemstone in there. Letter A, have to have one of those. And I mean, that's pretty much it for this one. This little piece is something from Tibet, gold and turquoise. I just love the way that the two colors go together. It's really sculptural little piece. And it's on quite a long chain. I like it over my heart. So that's about how this goes when it's on. Talisman. And those who've been in the store previous to the shutdown saw a few of the one-of-a-kind pieces that we made to go on talismans, and you might have seen a few in Instagram here and there, but we have all these beautiful pieces for the New York store reopening. So I thought I'd share them with you while I have them here in LA before I ship them back so they can be on hand. But similar to my talisman necklace, we have some beautiful little Akoya pearls on gold. Have these tiny little discs just with a smidgen of champagne diamond in there. Champagne diamond is just kind of a magnifying, moment, gemstone wise. It has good energies, similar to like a rutile or a citrine, those colors that kind of evoke like motion, activity, creativity. This butterfly, which is made by a Navajo artist. I bought this piece in Madrid, New Mexico. This feather, made by an artist in Santa Clara Pueblo. I got this one in Santa Fe. Added a little diamond to that one, and added a little diamond to this one too. This piece is a very old, probably 70s or 80s, sort of kachina-like pendant. Really beautiful. It's holding these rings and wearing a kachina-like kind of costume. And I added a little diamond to its heart. And then we have a black spinel, champagne diamond, evil eye situation similar to the one on mine. I'll walk you through some of these up close in some images, but isn't that cool even just all together? The only thing it's missing is a serpent and a hand. Lakoya pearl, champagne diamond disc, butterfly, mariposa, feather, kachina, and the eye. Speaking of symbols, talismans, amulets, this book is amazing. It's from Taschen. Also, the image on the cover was the inspiration for the hand that we added to the talisman collection. And incidentally, why I added it in silver is because the original hand, this shape, was found in a mound. So early Native Americans in the Northwest or Northeast, and it was shaped out of mica. So many good meanings in this book, but just a quick little one about the hand. As primary instruments of the creative, the hands of the Homo faber imitate the mythic shaping of matter into discriminated being by deities who chisel, mold, sculpt, weave, and forge creation. So cool. And then I give you a quick little rundown on the butterfly and the moth. The butterfly is one of our most poetic images of Psyche's self-renewal beyond even traumatic endings. Australian Aborigines imagined butterflies as returning souls that entered the afterlife in the form of earthbound caterpillars. I mean, it goes on, but as we know, the butterfly is an emblem of the soul. And feather, which obviously has connections to bird and flight, but let's see. Feathers are sensitive to the slightest wind and thus are emblems of Psyche's capacity to pick up invisible and imperceptible currents. Thoughts, intuitions, imagination are often depicted as feathers that are caught up and carried on the breath of inspiration. There's more, so much more in here. And there's also so much more to come with the addition to the talismans coming up throughout the rest of the year. I just feel like it's a good time for us to keep building on these things that keep us level and keep us feeling inspired and keep us feeling safe and keep us feeling connected. So keep an eye out for that. And of course, I'm always open to suggestion. So if you have a talisman in mind, send me your ideas. Maybe we can make it for you. There's the little pearl, the disc with the champagne diamond, the butterfly, the feather, the kachina, and the eye. You know, tattoo-wise, I have a couple of talismans. This one, my little Om, and then this one from my friend Minka. Those are two of my all-time favorites. Only two of them though.